Trey, see you later.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, out of Oklahoma City. Tonight joining us is Miss Ava Gore. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Stop calling you ma'am. And then we got Jody and Trey from Transient, the awesome band that I am rocking their awesome hat that you can't see because it's black on black. But it's there, I promise. I wear this hat like almost every podcast, dude. I fucking love the band. Just before you were on, Jody, I couldn't stop singing, and it's still in my head is, look in my eyes. Like that, and I can't sing, but that song is so freaking catchy. That song is so catchy.
You did that TikTok video to that one, huh?
Yeah, you know my TikToks have gotten a lot better. Since I made that.
I like the one about you scrubbing the pan.
Oh yeah.
Seriously,
dude. So here's what happens: I get bored at nighttime, right after we do the podcast. I get bored, and like my wife's usually asleep. Oh, by the way, it's her birthday today.
Happy
birthday!
Happy birthday to my wife. Yes. Without her letting me do this, I would not be able to do it. So that's awesome. But yeah, I go through TikToks when I'm bored, and she's asleep typically, and I'm like, and then I'm not even trying to do them. But then I find one, and I'm like, I could do that. That's one I could do. And then I do it. And then sometimes then the next day I wake up and I'm embarrassed that I did it.
Yeah, you did it.
It's because Sam exploits it.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
how
which one can I use as blackmail material now?
right.
Post morning upload.
I make Ava do them sometimes. I don't make it. Sometimes like, Ava, join me on a TikTok and we'll do a little ad lib. They're never really that great, but she's great. It's just my acting's not good.
Oh.
That's the problem.
I don't get to
time to work on it.
So you guys just played a show in Mississippi, right?
Ocean Springs at the Juke Joint.
How was that, man? What was it like to finally get out there and play some concerts?
Yeah.
Energetic.
Yeah. Exciting. It's been a long time since we've been on stage, so.
I know. Is this the first time Transient as a band was able to play a concert?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely was.
How was the chemistry? Actually doing the show?
Oh, it was good. Everybody communicated well. The flow was good. There was no hiccups. Everyone just kind of stayed in their positions. It was great. And on top of the Juke Joint, the crowd there is always a good time. The people there are incredible. The people at the Sound 228. I mean, it was. I wish we could do it again.
Yeah. Well, you guys have some shows coming up though. You guys are going on tour. Now with Pigweed, right? You guys are doing some concerts with Pigweed. Mm-hmm. That's going to be. Yep. I wish you guys were playing in Oklahoma City. I think we were actually going to try to find you a venue here. Traveling. Yeah. Didn't happen. No. And I forgot. Sam knows. Sam's actually watching. He says his dad is slow. We got some people on. What's up, Todd? Sharon, Sam's on here.
I don't like you guys anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody cares, Sam.
But when does that show? When does that string of concerts start?
That's July 8th through the 18th.
Starting at San Antonio at Fitzgerald and ending at Southport Hall in New Orleans.
Okay, so you guys aren't even going to come up towards the Oklahoma way then?
Oh, wait, we're gonna come close, but we're not gonna cross the line. So maybe you
gonna
want
be close to me.
Maybe exactly. So go with Ava, take a road trip, pack some sandwiches, have a picnic, and come see us.
We were also talking before we started that Octane. I remember when Octane played your song. What's the name of it? It's not Look in My Eyes.
No, it's Nightmare.
Nightmare.
But the catchy part is Look in My Eyes. But when they play Nightmare, and I listen to Octane all the time, and I was hoping to hear Transient on there some more. I haven't been lucky enough. So what do you guys, I know some people are tweeting. Do you think you guys are going to have any luck getting on there again anytime soon?
I go into things just as hopeful and optimistic as possible. If it happened one time and, we didn't even try to make that happen, it just naturally happened. Who's to say that it won't happen again? All we can keep doing is just going out there and doing our thing and staying consistent and making new fans, because we are a new band and we want people to attach to us. So we want to come out swinging. So if if Octane likes our newest song, Goodbye, or any of the other ones that we have coming out soon, that's just gonna be more icing on the cake for me. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that had to be so exciting when you found out that it was on Octane. Like, just like, fuck yeah,
Actually, Sam's got a story about that because Sam and I talked on the phone, and it was kind of ironic because a year before that, I was actually going to quit playing music. I was going to sell all my equipment and stop playing. And I was like, wow, to think that I never gave up, and now I'm on Octane Radio. That's literally like, wow.
Why were you gonna give it all up?
Man, let's just say, life's a funny thing, and I was kind of like at that point in time in my life, between depression, the COVID was starting to hit up. Jody had just reached out to me right around that time to be the vocalist Transient. That's really the only reason why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, because I was an acoustic artist and I used to play 3-4 hour gigs, and I just didn't have the same soul in it like I used to. I felt like I needed to recuperate my life so I can go back out there and become a better musician. Because it happens. Sometimes people take breaks from music and they'll come back and they'll be stronger than before. But then Jody reached out to me about being part of this, and I said, why the hell not? And now this is where we're at.
It's awesome.
Jody, go ahead and give us a little bit. I know a little bit about your background. I don't think Ava's heard it, and we have some new people on tonight. My homie KP, he used to co-host the show with me. We're going to get him back on also. He's watching tonight, so what's up, man? Oh, and Sam says to Ava, I'll see you tomorrow, Ava. He'll be in Austin, Texas. So, so Jody, go ahead and give us a little bit about your background, and you're kind of the main brain that started Transient, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I was reading that it started out.
I guess you could say that, but it's definitely a whole group effort at this point. Basically, like from the conception stage, it was a solo project. But ever since the music started rolling out, it's been a solid group effort with everybody involved. I've had the opportunity to be the touring bassist for a couple of, early 2000s bands. Got to do some good tours with those guys. Unfortunately, the style of music I played with them is nothing like Transient at all. So, I guess any friends I made along the way, depends on if they like heavier stuff or not. But
can you mention the bands or no?
If you want to.
Well, because it is different. Because I know one of them is Smile Empty Soul, which sounds nothing like Transient. Now, it's still a hard rock band, right? Still a hard rock band, but Transient's more metal. Still has the hard rock elements. And Trey's vocals kind of the way it's not just screaming. He has some very good vocals in there. And Jody, was this kind of you're like, you know what? I'm going to put this band together. And
that's like my bread and butter. Honestly, I listen to a lot of prog metal and deathcore and all kinds of crazy stuff. And so, heavy music is really where my heart is. But I guess like the playing wise, like bass wise, I kind of grew up playing different kind of stuff on bass. So that's why I'm on guitar with Transient, because for some reason when I pick up a bass and write, it comes out completely different than when I pick up a guitar.
Really?
It's I still can't tell you why that happens.
He picks up the guitar and he goes, get down, way better.
Open one, and we're gold,
No, in between.
Just the bouncy stuff. It's always been my bread and butter, I guess you could say, and
it's a lot more fun to play. And then you're playing guitar. And now, Trey, what's your kind of musical background to why Jody asked you to come join and be in Transient?
Oh, wow. So as we're talking before the show, I grew up as like an acoustic guy. Like my first, but at the same time, my first like real album I ever got to, like I found MTVX when I was like 11 or 12 years old, because my dad passed away when I was 9. So then after that, we got a settlement check, and I got cable for the first time in my life by the age of 10. So then I'm cool, MTVX. I'm also listening to like R&B and hip hop was a big thing in middle school. We used to sing at the lunch table in 4th grade, going, "Can't pay my rent."
Oh yeah. Can't pay my rent because all my money's spent.
Yeah, talking about doing dumb stuff. But I got MTVX and fell into like bands like System of a Down, Flaw, Disturbed. The list goes on. And then my first album was Hybrid Theory.
Oh yeah, Linkin Park,
and,
right?
Trust Company, only position of neutral. SR-71.
Dude, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Last night, which you're gonna hear on Friday, I told Sam there's a band called SR-71. He was like, that's an airplane. I was like, it's a band, but it's also a band.
Yeah,
Thank you for validating me.
The album was called Tomorrow, and it was a great album.
Man, I vaguely remember that one too.
I'm glad you said that. When I was 12 years old, I used to skateboard and like bladder that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And then Katrina hit, and me and my family lost everything. And my uncle gave me a Martin's backpacking guitar. Okay, a little small guitar. He said, if you learn 3 chords, you can play a song. Mm-hmm. And he grilled me on the House of the Rising Sun as a kid, you know, and he was a complete ass. I love him to death, but he was like, you need to try harder. Let's go, you know. And then after that, I fell in love with Stained. I was already in love with like Slipknot and El Nino. Fell in love with Seether, Non-Points, and then
why are you mentioning all the bands that I absolutely like listened to?
Well,
like growing up?
That's because, you know, we're supposed to be best friends at heart, man. That's how
I think so.
But yeah, I totally. And then I joined my first metal band when I was like 17. You know, it was a garage band. You know, looking at the videos, we used to go heavy. Like I was like, oh my god, so nasty. But and then after that, I formed a band called Traded Moments. That's how I met Jody, because my band Traded Moments opened up for Jody's band. I forgot which band it was. But I also met Jody. Kind of bands. Well, I also met Jody a long time ago when I was a kid at
What's up, Dave?
What's up, man? At a festival when I was like 14 years old in the New Orleans area. But yeah, that's my musical background. Like I listened to rap, rock, and then to metal. I got into country, which was weird. And
no one cares, Trey.
I know no one cares.
I kind of care, because your vocals, when you were kind of doing a little bit of singing before we started the show, it definitely had like an R&B sound, right, Ava? Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Well, one of my best songs to play live when I'm playing solo is "Give Me One Reason" by Tracy Chapman. So I don't know if anyone's a Tracy Chapman fan, but you know it's very soulful. You kind of really have to feel the blues to do stuff like that, you know.
Can you give us a little R&B humming real quick?
Oh my god! You ready for this? This is gonna be embarrassing, camera. Sure.
Give us some Lorna Shore.
Oh my god! Wait, what? No.
Yeah, dude, that's a little one.
No, man. But you know, give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, if I had my guitar, it'd be better. But you kind of put.
Oh god.
I love doing the because you know it sounds like really ignorant Louisiana.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that the band is from the Louisiana, New Orleans, and kind of that whole swampy. Dude, driving through Louisiana at nighttime on those highways. Dude, I fucking hate it. I swear to God, Mothman Prophecies, dude. Nope.
No, I did not like it. You know, that's one thing too. I'm a huge fan of the folklore around here. You know, my uncle's a historian, so I love going through the swamps at night. Actually, I was in a boat the other night riding through a swamp feeding alligators.
What?
Okay.
This conversation just went out.
Exactly. I'll show you. How Louisiana are you from 1 to 10? But no.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, it is kind of creepy out here. I mean, you got all that voodoo and you know stuff like that. You got to lock your doors.
I have a random question.
What's up?
Is the vampire community in New Orleans as like Austin has a very big vampire community?
True Blood.